Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Shweta Singh, Assistant Professor English, KMGG PGC Badalpur, and today I am going to speak on the topic From Shakespeare to Bollywood, The Comedy of Errors and Angoor 1982. And this video is specifically designed for BA 6th semester English students. William Shakespeare once proved that confusion can be the greatest source of comedy. In the Comedy of Errors, he created a world where people look the same, names repeat, and nothing is what it seems. And centuries later, the same story found new life in Indian cinema through Gulzar's film Angoor. Today, let us explore how a Shakespearean farce travels across time, language, and culture. The Comedy of Errors is one of Shakespeare's shortest and most humorous plays. As you can see, the main characters in the Comedy of Errors are Antipholus of Syracuse, Antipholus of Ephesus, Dromio of Syracuse, Dromio of Ephesus, Adriana, and Luciana. And the plot revolves around two sets of identical twins, two masters named Antipholus and two servants named Dromio, who were separated during a shipwreck. Years later, Antipholus of Syracuse and his servant arrive in the city of Ephesus, unaware that their twins already live there. This leads to a series of misunderstandings. People recognize them, accuse them, love them, and even arrest them, all by mistake. And what follows is comic chaos, created entirely by mistaken identity. As you see, the main themes of the play are identity and confusion, chaos versus order, family and reunion. So you see that beyond humor, the play explores deeper themes. It raises questions about identity, who we are, and how others recognize us. It also focuses on family separation and reunion, reminding us that belonging gives meaning to identity. In the end, truth replaces confusion and order is restored through recognition and forgiveness. And here you can see the summary of the play. Two sets of identical twins, as I have already told you, Antipholus and Dromio. They are separated in a shipwreck as children. And years later, Antipholus of Syracuse and his servant, Dromio of Syracuse, arrive in Ephesus in search of their lost family. In Ephesus lives the second pair, Antipholus of Ephesus and Dromio of Ephesus, leading to constant mistaken identity. People confuse one twin for the other, resulting in comic chaos, wrongful accusations, and misunderstandings. Adriana, wife of Antipholus of Ephesus, mistakes the Syracusan twin for her husband. Both masters and servants face arrests, beatings, and confusion due to the mix-ups. And finally, the twins meet, their parents, Adrian and Emilia, are reunited, and the misunderstandings are resolved. And the play ends with family reunion, forgiveness, and restores harmony. Next, Introduction to Angoor, that was released in 1982. So in 1982, filmmaker Gulzar adapted this classic plot of the Comedy of Errors into the Hindi film Angoor. Instead of ancient Ephesus, the story unfolds in contemporary India. The twin masters are both named Ashok Kumar and the twin servants are named Bahadur. Just like Shakespeare's play, the twins are separated in childhood and unknowingly reunite in the same town, creating humorous misunderstandings. Angoor stands out for its subtle comedy, natural dialogues, and brilliant performances. Key similarities between the play and the film, as you see, that the first similarity, both stories use two sets of identical twins. Both depend on mistaken identity. Both create humor through confusion and misunderstanding. Both end with family reunion and emotional closure. Gulzar stayed loyal to Shakespeare's core idea but made it more relatable for Indian audiences by changing the setting, dialogues, and atmosphere. Now we come to the key differences. Both the comedies of errors and Angoor use the same central idea. However, their treatment is different. Shakespeare's uses fast played dialogues, poetic language, and physical comedy on stage, while Gulzar relies on situational humor and everyday realism. The emotional tone in Angoor is gentler, reflecting Indian family life, whereas Shakespeare's play is a lively theatrical farce. But despite these differences, the core spirit of comedy remains unchanged. Now the question comes that why this adaptation matters. Why Gulzar adapted the comedy of errors? Angoor movie proves that great stories are universal. A 400-year-old English play finds relevance in Indian cinema because human emotions, confusion, love, anger, and reconciliation are the same everywhere. Gulzar's adaptation respects Shakespeare's structure while giving it a distinctly Indian voice. Now to conclude, the comedy of errors and Angoor remind us that confusion may rule for a while, but clarity always returns. Both works end in reunion, forgiveness, and harmony. They show that literature and cinema are powerful bridges between cultures, capable of retelling the same story in new and meaningful ways. Gulzar's Angoor successfully reimagines the Shakespearean plot within an Indian cultural framework, proving the timeless and universal appeal of classical literature. And by shifting the setting from ancient Ephesus to contemporary India, he proves his point. Thank you for listening to me. And towards the end of my video, I have added some long and short questions for students' revision. Here in the first section, you see that I have inserted some long questions, and in the second section, I have inserted some short questions. The students can go through all of them. It's all for their revision. And that's all. Thank you very much for listening to me.